hacer estallar a los aficionados, a los miles de aficionados que hay en el Camp Nou, esperando a que el brasileño entre al césped. Lo escuchamos.
Here comes Philippe Coutinho. He comes out onto the field. The Barca anthem is playing in the stadium.
Una de las imágenes más esperadas del día, Philippe Coutinho pisando por primera vez el césped del Camp Nou como jugador del FC Barcelona. Recordemos que ya lo hizo con el Español hace 5 años.
Right, among all the signings that we've had over the last few years, I said a little while ago that there hasn't been a signing this big since Luis Suarez came to Barca in the summer of 14. We've had players like Paulinho and Dembélé and a spate of players the summer before, like Coutinho and Umtiti and Denis Suarez and a bunch of other guys and Andre Gomez, but nothing was as big as this. Not nearly as many people. And those were summer signings where it was beautiful outside and it was nice and warm. It's cold here at Camp Nou. It's January. It's just after vacation. It's lunchtime for a lot of people. They're skipping their lunch for this. That's big. If people are skipping their lunch for this here in Barcelona, it must be big.
Contento Philippe Coutinho de realizar esos primeros toques con el balón en el césped del Camp Nou, y más contenta aún la afición del Barça que ha venido al estadio del FC Barcelona porque ha podido seguir en directo al jugador brasileño, que ahora, como ya hizo Dembélé en su día, participará en un pequeño rondo con los jugadores de la FSB Escola, nuestra escuela de formación del FC Barcelona, y hará el rondo tan identificativo del fútbol del FC Barcelona, valga la redundancia, esa forma de entender el fútbol tan particular que se enseña en las categorías inferiores del FC Barcelona y de la cual Coutinho participará desde el primer día. Ahí le vemos participando en ese rondo.
Yes, they're gonna take part with a couple young players from the FCB Escola. This rondo, which is what they call in Spanish and Catalan. The rondo is essentially, we've said several times on these transmissions before, presentations of players and training sessions for FC Barcelona, it's like a keep-away game where multiple players stand in a circle. There's 2 players in the middle, like a monkey in the middle or a piggy in the middle, if you will, and they try to complete 15 passes, 20 passes, it depends on the game, without the players in the middle touching the ball. And if someone in the middle is able to get a touch on the ball, they get to go on the outside, and the person who passed the ball away has to go into the middle. So there's Coutinho. They're kicking around the 2017-18 Nike La Liga ball, which is a high visibility ball for the winter months. In the fall and in the spring, they switch to a white ball. And in the winter months, they play with a yellow ball. It's their high visibility ball for Nike. It can be easily seen here, except when we're in the sun on a day like today. And he looks like he's having fun out there. I wonder how old these kids are. How old did we say they were? 10 years old? And he's 25? He's not that much older. It wasn't long ago that he was like them.
Ahí
a couple
está
high fives.
Ese rondo de Philippe Coutinho
And
con los niños de la FSB Escola.
We'll be seeing a lot more images of Coutinho in rondos in FC Barcelona training sessions, which of course we post highlights of our training sessions every day on our website, fcbarcelona.com, and on Barca Video on our official website in both English, Spanish, Catalan, and the other languages, with a short highlight video of the training session every day. And in those videos, we have the day's rondos with several players, Messi, Suarez, and now we'll have Coutinho in the mix starting in about 20 days when he gets medical clearance to get back with the team following a thigh injury that he was officially announced to have today. But today, the big day, his presentation down there on the field. We've already gone through countless megabytes, maybe gigabytes of photos and videos. He signed the contract already with Jose Maria Bartomeu. Now he's speaking with Mark Brau of Barca TV down on the pitch. It's a dream. Thanks for coming, everybody, he said. Listen up.
Has dicho desde que llegaste que era un sueño poder jugar en el Barça. Cuéntanos por qué.
You said it was a dream. Tell us why.
Por toda la historia que este club tiene, por todos los grandes jugadores que pasaron acá, por los que están acá ahora. Entonces es un momento difícil de explicar porque estoy muy feliz, mi familia está toda acá también y esperamos que pronto estemos acá pudiendo jugar y ayudar.
He said he's happy to be here because of the history of this club and the big players it's had throughout history. He's very happy to be here with his family.
Si quieres lanzar un mensaje a la afición del Barça.
No, solo agradecer por las bienvenidas, por las redes sociales, que todos que están acá, que vinieron a verme. Espero que pronto esté en el campo para responder todas las expectativas de vosotros.
He said he wants to thank everybody for the great welcome, and especially on social media. And he hopes to be able to be playing soon and live up to the high expectations and perform out on the field for the Barca fans. Not necessarily the first words of Philippe Coutinho, maybe the fourth, fifth, sixth words. We've already heard him a few times, but he's very clear. He's very thankful. He's very humble. He has a lot of respect. He has a lot of ambition. It's kind of like the Barca values out there, right? Humility, effort, ambition, respect, and teamwork. He embodies them all, as do several of the Barca players, as he's about to get the keys to a new Audi.
Otro de los actos de esta presentación oficial, uno de los patrocinadores principales del club, Audi, entregando el coche para Philippe Coutinho, como no, el futbolista brasileño, que no podía ser menos.
It was just a few weeks ago that the players on the team were out at the Catalonia racing circuit, Formula One and MotoGP circuit, getting their Audis. Coutinho now coming today, as the new players tend to get. They bring a car out to the field of his choosing. Audi, an official sponsor of FC Barcelona, and he's going to get behind the wheel. He's not going to drive off. We don't want him to mess up the turf.
No.
They're going to leave it there. He's going to get his photo taken. Maybe he'll get in and get behind the wheel for a second.
Faltan pocos minutos ya para que Coutinho vaya al vestuario del Fútbol Club Barcelona. Otro de los momentos especiales de esta presentación. Lo hemos escuchado ya un par de veces hablar, pero esperaros porque de aquí a un rato habrá la rueda de prensa oficial donde Coutinho responderá a todas las preguntas de los medios de comunicación, de los cientos de medios de comunicación acreditados en el acto de hoy.
Right,
y ahí Coutinho responderá a todas las preguntas y hablará sobre cualquier cosa.
Absolutely. I mean, right up until now, he's limited most of his words to thanks for the welcome, and he understands the history, and he's excited to play. The basic stuff. I mean, he's a humble guy. He's not faking it. This is his true self. He's a very humble guy from Rio de Janeiro. He's been playing many years in the first division of Spain and in Italy and in England. But when we get to the press conference, which is scheduled for 2:30, it's about 40 minutes from now. Hopefully it'll get off on schedule. It's going to be right here at Camp Nou, also in the 1899 auditorium, which is adjacent to Camp Nou, within the Camp Nou area here just outside the stadium. That's when the floor will officially be opened to journalists from around the world. As my colleague Jordi Abel just said, hundreds of journalists have been accredited and credentialed for today's official unveiling of Philippe Coutinho, something which normally isn't done except for games, hundreds of journalists. But that's going to be today for today's presentation. A lot of them from Brazil, from Europe, from Spain, from around the world as well, because he's already a superstar quality. And that's when he goes into the press conference, that's when the floor will be opened. Whether he will vary his answers more and expound a little bit on what he wants, we don't know. But we know that he'll have the opportunity to, because the journalists on hand will have the chance to ask anything they want. And they will probably ask several interesting and creative questions about his life, his personal life, about the Barca players, his experience with other players, maybe some of the details behind his signing, maybe what it feels like to be at Camp Nou. It'll be very interesting. There's questions that we think that they'll ask, and there's a lot of questions, of course, we have no idea that they'll ask, but FC Barcelona official unveiling press conferences for new players are always exciting moments, and this is no exception. It's arguably the